everybody that's trying to sell you something is speaking like 15 languages. So you can't be like, oh, I don't understand, because they know your language.
We have left Albania and are now in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey and where East and West meet.
I'm officially in Asia.
We're Danny and Nikki, and after living in Hawaii, we have saved up to see as much of the world in 1 year. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey.
We're finally in Istanbul, a city with so much history. It's Nikki's first time here, and we're gonna start the day out right with a Turkish breakfast.
So much food. This is our first Turkish meal here, and they do breakfast right here. We have so many jams and cheeses and olives. I don't think you're gonna go hungry for the rest of the day.
And what I love is all the sweets, because I'm a big sweet person. You have jams, you have honey, and then we can't forget this chai tea.
There's a cat here.
What's up with you and cats?
I don't know, they're always at me. So we're having this breakfast in Turkey, and Denny eats peanut butter and jelly.
Let's get it correct. It's hazelnut and jelly, and it's delicious. We just drank this entire kettle of chai, so now we're ready to explore the city. We're heading to the Hagia Sofia, which is probably the most famous site here in Turkey, or here in Istanbul. It is magnificent, and I'm anxious to show Nikki.
I'm excited to see those iconic things that we always see, the Blue Mosque, the Hagia Sophia, and that's where we're gonna go right now. It's about an hour walk to the old town from where we are, but walking the city is the perfect way to explore a new place and walk through the neighborhoods, see some markets, grab a pomegranate juice along the way.
We definitely got to get a pomegranate juice.
Yeah, oh, it's delicious. And Istanbul seems to be built on one big hill, so we're walking a bunch of steps down, which we also have to walk up later today.
Or we take a taxi. Okay, so we're on the Galata Bridge and we're heading over to the old city. There's a ton of fishermen here, a ton of people. You got that smell of fish going on. I bet you could find some good fish sandwiches down below the bridge. I can already see the minarets. We're almost there.
It's gonna be awesome. So Istanbul is one of those rare cities where you can visit 2 continents at the same time. That is Asia, and I've never been there, and we're gonna go there tomorrow. Woo woo.
So what I find so interesting here in Istanbul is everybody that's trying to sell you something is speaking like 15 languages, right?
French, Italian, English.
Everything. So you can't be like, oh, I don't understand, because they know your language.
Yeah.
We're heading off to a courtyard where you'll find the 2 major mosques in Istanbul, Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. So what's so special about the Hagia Sophia?
It's a place where there's been a lot of history. This used to be a church. It was built by the Emperor Justinian back in the time of Constantinople, which was before Istanbul. But when the Ottomans came, they added some minarets, added some reinforcements. And while I think it's pretty cool seeing it from the outside, its real beauty is on the inside. What do you think?
Yeah, I never really realized how old Istanbul really is, and all the different groups that were here. The fact that this used to be Constantinople, had a completely different religion, and that the Ottomans thought this was so beautiful, they wanted to keep it even though it had to be turned into a mosque. I think that's really special.
How do you get covered up?
I know. Don't really know how to wear this headscarf, but we'll see. I don't really know. Different strategy.
Now that Mickey's dressed, we can go in.
It's such a privilege to be a man.
Super privileged. So if you look up above me, you see a mosaic that is beautiful. In the center, you have Mary and Jesus. And then on one side, you have Constantine giving Constantinople to Jesus. Then you have Justinian giving Hagia Sophia, which is very cool. It's probably one of the coolest mosaics here in the place.
And then now we have to take off our shoes before we can get it. Wow, it's so beautiful. That high ceiling, gold and all the colors and how the light comes in through the window. It's so majestic. It looks really nice.
Here is where each new emperor would stand to be crowned or have their intro ceremony for becoming emperor.
It's really beautiful. Let's get our shoes and go to the Blue Mosque.
All right, so we're making our way to the Blue Mosque. This is my favorite mosque in all of Istanbul. The Sultan who built it wanted it to rival Hagia Sophia. If you notice, there's 6 minarets on this mosque, which at the time was very controversial because the only other mosque that had 6 minarets was in Mecca. So he had to send someone down there to put an extra minaret on the one in Mecca so he didn't get in trouble.
So we're now in the Blue Mosque, but it seems like they're doing construction, so you can't see all the blue tiles, except for the dome above that's exposed. The rest is all covered up, so that's really too bad, but it's still pretty, the dome that we can see. So I guess now we're just gonna head on out and go to the Bazaar. Check that out. And as we walk out of the mosque, you have these street vendors are selling Turkish delights and lukumi. And this guy, super honest, he did catch our attention. What did he say again?
He's like, let me help you spend your money.
Let me help you spend your money. I'm really good at that. But we did not buy Turkish delights.
All right, so the last time I came to Istanbul, I remember going to the bazaars and it was so hectic. And what are we on the lookout for?
Dates. We're gonna buy dates, and I'm already preparing myself to stand my ground when their salesmen are gonna persuade us. It's gonna be cool.
And the crowd's picking up, so we're almost there. Smells really good.
It does.
I think it's all the teas.
Lots of teas, dried herbs and spices.
Dried fruits.
And what's really pretty is the ceiling, actually.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry now.
Yeah. It's like a one lane straight shot with lots of different shops, and everyone's trying to get you in there. There was just a salesman who's like, lady, can I help you spend your husband's money? Pretty good at what they're doing.
Just a tad bit hectic.
That's so bad.
So we're on the hunt for the medjool dates, and we want those huge, like fleshy ones.
Yes.
Dates, how much?
500 grams?
500 gram, 150 kilo, 58 lira.
Okay, I got them. Do you see it? Yeah, you put it on my head?
Yes.
Oh my god. That sucks.
Oh, it's in there. Oh my god.
No. I guess it brings luck. Is it out?
This is so funny because the other day we were looking at Istanbul vlogs, and like everybody has that picture of like
Seagulls and birds.
Yeah, of like seagulls above them, and they're on like a carpet. But you know, if there was that many seagulls above you, and that's not photoshopped in, you would have shit everywhere.
So these are medjool dates. They are the best dates you could ever have. They are very fleshy and they're full of sweetness. Let me show you. Look at that. It's like molasses type. It sticks to your teeth. Always used to buy them in America, in Orlando and Hawaii. Wow. It's a luxury treat.
When we made that cost of living video in Hawaii, people are like, why are your groceries so expensive? It's because we bought boxes of dates every month.
The next day, we were trying to get to Asia, but we struggled to figure out the ferry system.
I have no idea what's happening. He's always figuring it out.
Yes, we need ferry tickets, and it's really difficult now with COVID. They changed the measures, so you need to link the entry form for Turkey to your Istanbul card. So that's what I'm doing right now.
If it wasn't for my wife, I don't know how I would get around these different countries. Nikki's like always doing the technical stuff. She's speaking all the languages. So I'm lucky because I would be lost. Right, babe?
I sound really awesome this way. So I think we did it. I'm gonna see if it works. You have 5 minutes to get the ferry. Let's get to Asia. Yay! We made it.
I have no idea if we're on the right boat. I think so. I think we're going to Asia.
In Asia.
And already on the Asian side, it feels very different, much calmer.
Yes.
You see a lot of these really beautiful mosques.
Yeah.
I don't know what neighborhood we're in. It's like Uskadar, something like that.
We're on our way to a big market, if we can find it, and we're in Asia.
So I read that when we're looking at these mosques, that if it has one minaret, that means it's more of like a local mosque. But if it has a bunch of minarets, then that means it was built by like a more important type of person. So the Blue Mosque was built by like the Sultan. So if you're looking at a mosque and it has a lot of minarets, then that means it's kind of important. All right, so we stopped to eat again. It's a long walk to the market that we're going to, but we have lentil soup, we have chicken, we have rice, some bread, and of course chai tea. I'm really liking the Asian side. It's super chill here.
It is really chill here. The streets aren't as busy. People are just going about their days, and there's not a lot of tourists here. And this place is real Turkish, and what I mean is that it's not touristy. Thank you. They don't have an English menu. We pointed to the pictures on the menu, and that's how we got our food. And everyone thinks I'm Arabic. They think I'm from Morocco. They start speaking in Arabic sometimes. But anyways, so far, good impression. Still on the way to the market. I also really like the chai culture. I'm rambling now. Okay.
You just ate a really hot pepper. He brought his peppers. I'll try one.
Camera ready, babe.
All right. I was gonna say, this is like the third time that I've had lentil soup since I've been here, and I don't like lentils, but this is delicious. It's like my new favorite dish now. So that entire meal that we had was 64 Turkish lira, which is about $8. So, almost fell. So we're in the produce market now. There's tons of great food here. I'm glad that we ate because I'd be buying a lot of food. Hey, what's going on? People here are really nice. I feel like there's not as many like people trying to sell you crap here than on the European side.
I'm here.
Yeah? Okay. I think I might be feeling the Asian side more.
For the markets, yeah.
For the markets, more than the European side.
Let's check it out.
We're here in the middle of the market to get some more goodies because that's all we've been doing here in Istanbul is eating. We only have a couple days here in the city before we're going to be moving on to a whole other continent. So if you want to know where we're going,
follow us on Instagram because that's where I'll post it.
There you go.
I asked how they make Turkish coffee, and it looks like he is putting the coffee grounds in like this pot, and it's like they kind of have an espresso machine, but then for Turkish coffee. He puts it in there. After a minute or two, it beeps, and then he just pours it in this little Nespresso coffee cup. But he also poured hot water in it to make it hot, and that's it. It seems really simple.
Something so simple has to be delicious. Of course, I'm the coffee drinker, so I have to try it out. It always tastes so strong when you have the grinds in the cup.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is the first time that I've really had coffee because chai is so big here.
Now back in Europe, and we wanted to quickly chat about our first impressions of Istanbul.
The very first thing is the people of Istanbul are extremely friendly.
Yes.
They will help you out. They'll talk to you. They'll give you directions.
Yeah.
They'll come up to you if you look confused. So I thought that was very, very nice.
And then the second first impression we had is that there are so many lively markets and bazaars here. Very nice to just stroll around, look at the spices, and talk to the salesman.
Oh yeah, the food. The food is amazing here. It doesn't matter if you go to a restaurant or you're getting the street food. It's all delicious.
And pretty cheap.
It's very culturally diverse here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the place where East and West, Asia and Europe meet, and you can really see that because you can see people from all walks of life here.
Call a prayer.
And there's the call to prayer.
Perfect ending to our vlog. Thanks for watching. We're gonna eat our Turkish delights. See you in our next vlog.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
The paintings, when the rambling.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. Incredibly big, thick, and fleshy, and it's just a bomb of sweetness that opens in your mouth. Why are you laughing? Wrong description? Okay, let's do something else.